you guys already made to this part, but when you get a mushroom, Pauline becomes an adult, which is crazy. Who is?
Yeah, I was like, a mushroom?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, really? And a whole
I
game is supposed to be with bananas. What
I
is
like
happening?
that it had Mario in the ending though, and like that was cool that Mario throws Pauline the mushroom, and that's how she becomes big, and then they go off dating. Like it was kind of it's not
It
a
was a
bad
little
way to
bit
end it.
corny though. It was like they stole the scene right out of Tears of the Kingdom where Link was chasing after Zelda. It looked almost identical with Mario and
Seriously.
Pauline. I was a little disappointed in that.
Yeah, it was cool
I
that
mean-
Chris Pratt voiced it though.
That's
Right?
true.
That was cool.
Yeah.
That okay.
Yeah,
we
I
got to
like
give
that.
him props for that.
I mean, I wasn't
I guess
expecting that, but it makes
surprise.
sense. We're
Oh,
having
wait a
a
minute.
movie next year.
What was up with like that 2D like Hyrule section? I'm like, what is this? Adventures of Link? What are we doing? This is a DK game. What are you doing?
That was one of my favorite like side
Yeah.
games. Was
I mean, no
playing
shade.
as
Y'all know I
Link.
love Zelda.
So
Donkey Kong wearing Link's tunic sold the game for me pretty much.
yeah. I mean, I like the part when at the end, all of a sudden he gets Seth Rogen's like laughing, and they like wait a minute, what?
Sephiroth. Okay,
Big crossover
Sephiroth.
one.
Mike, because I had no clue what was going on with like the whole crossover with that. I'm like, why is this in a DK game? I so
Hold
many
up,
questions. So
Wait, are we live?
Oh shoot!
Oh, crap, are we live?
Wait, we're live. We're live.
we are so live.
Oh
Mike,
my!
you
Yeah.
got to stop pressing that button, Mike.
We might have
Seriously,
spoiled the
Mike,
game
you know
for
we have
somebody.
these deep conversations first.
I don't know where the button is to begin with.
Oh well, do the intro.
One of these days.
One of
Yeah,
these
one of these days. One of these days.
Hi, chat.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault. All right. Now everybody knows that Pauline eats a mushroom and turns giant.
Sorry about telling y'all about Sephiroth being at the end.
Sephiroth. I thought Sephiroth was a plant for some reason. Sounds like a
It
plant.
could be. It could also be a city in
Might be.
Texas.
Wait a minute. Who's that? Who is this?
He's a dog.
Kirby,
His name is Kirby?
say hi, Kirby.
Hi, Kirby.
Oh, Kirby, you gotta meet Peach.
Oh
Go get
God.
Peach. Go
Okay,
get
we gotta. Mike.
I can't
Mike,
believe he
where's
was in Donkey Kong too. That's crazy.
Okay.
So crazy.
You keep Kirby. You get Peach. I'll get Link.
Because wait a minute, I forgot. What's your dog's name, Mike? Isn't it Mario?
No, my dog's name is Link.
Oh, your dog's name is. Oh, your dog's name is Link too. Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
Lincoln. Short for Link.
Should we like start the podcast? Or I mean, do you,
Yeah,
I mean, I
I
don't know if you
think
guys know. There's some things that happened this week.
Welcome to the Nintopics Podcast. We are live. It is Friday night. There's no better way to spend your weekend and start your week. Well, no better way to end your weekend and start your weekend than here at the Nintopics Podcast, having some fun, positivity, just a lot of gaming talking, a lot of nonsense. Like, just kind of our cold open was just blurp, blurp.
It's just us
Pauline-
being silly.
Yeah. It's none of it is real, guys. Don't worry. There's no spoilers here. None of it is real. Pauline does not eat a mushroom. She does not end up in Animal Crossing City or end up in where is it, Hyrule?
Or does she?
That we know
Maybe.
of. Yep.
I mean, there was that the whole Final Fantasy thing may or may not be true. Maybe.
DLC.
DLC. Yeah, right. And it was not a surprise to anybody that the entire time Donkey Kong was voiced by none other than Seth Rogen. Is it Seth Rogen? Is his name? Right? Yep. So,
Sure.
now you guys know. Welcome to the Nintopics Podcast, guys. This is Friday. I forgot the date. The June 18th, is it? And
It is.
well, stuff happened. Stuff happened this week. And we're gonna go ahead and talk about it. But before we dive right in, we have to introduce the All-Star cast because we have an All-Star cast here tonight, starting with our very special, amazing guest, all the way from the Mushroom Kingdom. You can tell because both names start with Nintendo. It's Nintendo Talk, Patrick. What's up, Patrick?
Hello, hello. Thank you for having me. Excited to. We have great topics today. I'm excited.
Right.
Yeah.
And we got all the other Nintendo, but this is Nintendo Land. Landon, and you know what, Nintendo Land and Land. I get it now. Like Landon.
There you go.
Nintendo
Yeah.
Land.
Yeah.
Mhm.
See?
I get it. It's like I don't know. I don't know what to say. I think it was meant to be, right?
It's meant to be.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm fully in the Kong right now, so
Fully in the con.
I'm ready to talk.
Nice.
This
And
is.
then go ahead, Paul.
I forgot what we were doing. Landon said DK, and I was like, let me start talking about Donkey Kong without even introducing myself. Whatever, let's go.
And the great Paul Gale Force Countdown Guy Network.
Oh, whew. Yeah, it's been a good week. I mean, we got Super Mario Odyssey 2, Donkey Kong DLC, Extreme, Extraordinaire. Game's fantastic.
Wait,
got some Zelda
when
news.
did we-
Been playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 also.
When did we get Super Mario Odyssey 2?
That was my joke. Donkey Kong Bonanza feels like the spiritual
I
successor
see.
to Super Mario Odyssey, just crafted so well, but with DK skin.
I think it's better. I'm gonna say that. That's it. That's a hot take. My hot take. I think is better.
All
right, and over
which
to-
is better?
I was gonna ask.
DKB.
You think DKB is better? It might be. I don't know.
I mean, at least for me, the first 30 minutes of the game for me.
It's really.
But we'll
freaking
get into
good.
that. We'll get into that later on. And over at the N64, Josh. What's up, Josh?
What is going on? I'm so excited to be here and chat with you guys tonight. What a fun week. Getting a new Nintendo game, getting the Zelda cast announcements. Like it's gonna be a fun night.
Yeah. Apparently, it's the same team behind the Odyssey, right? Odyssey, right? I had to give him the blessing in order to make DKB because my team was working on it. We spent all night on that game. It took us about 24 hours to make it, and then we did the entire thing from scratch, And it was a good time. It was a good time. We had fun. We ordered pizza. We stayed all night. We finished about 4 o'clock in the morning, and we had fun. We had fun. Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
Very good
thank
job.
you. Thank you. I hear is a game of the year contender, and I'm happy because I got space on my shelf. Somewhere back there. All right. Did we introduce everybody? Because I don't remember. I haven't.
No,
Nope, you didn't.
Oh, see.
Mike's so sick of me. Mike is sick of me, y'all.
I feel like it's
not
a
that.
shtick at this point. Like, are we? Do you like forget her every week on purpose? Am I missing an inside joke?
I forget everybody every week. Like somebody every week. And
Get-
Joycey J with the curls. What's up, Joycey?
Hello. The curls had to make a comeback. It was time. It was bin time. So yeah. And just so everybody knows, and please forgive me, but Joycey's a little bit on a bit of a tighter budget, so I did not pick up DK. So everything I said before, I'm sure you guys have figured out was a joke anyway. So
Yeah.
the guys are going to handle that section, but y'all know what I'm here. Y'all know why I'm here. Y'all know I'm here.
Yeah. Of course.
Just so I can rant about Zelda every single week. And this week we actually have Zelda news that I can rant about. So, this is
do.
great.
We do. We have 2 major topics today. The first topic is going to be our first impressions of DKB. I'm going to call it DKB because it sounds better. I think I'm going to make a shirt DKB. And then our second topic is, of course, The Legend of Zelda live action movie. As you guys know, last week I gave you guys some news about where it's going to be filmed, when it's going to start, and said, hey, they have to show the cast very soon because the shooting starts now. I know the cast right now they're training somewhere, and so as we have it, we got a cast, and I want to go ahead and do a shout out to we got a super chat by Joey Pitts. Joey Pitts. I wonder if I can highlight it. Let me see if I can highlight the super chat because this is Riverside. Okay, Riverside. Whoever runs Riverside, get with the program. Get with the program. Let me find that super chat from Joey Pitts. It wasn't too far back.
I got it right here.
You got it?
Yeah, you want me to read it?
Because I don't. You guys.
It says Donkey Kong is better than Mario. Period.
Ooh, shots fired.
Ooh.
I feel like that's a philosophical conversation.
I'll preface that with there is no bigger Donkey Kong fan than Joey Pitts. Like he's literally sipping on banana vodka tonight while he plays the game. So
That's beautiful.
like, yeah, he's he's loving this game to its full extent. So
I
happy
found
for the DK
found
fans.
something from Joey Pitts. Drinking game every time I hear banana, I'll take a shot of vodka.
As long as you're at home.
I'm not
and
sure if
you're a
that's the same
legal
Joey.
adult.
Is it the same Joey?
I thought so.
it very possible.
Okay.
I thought it was.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right. So yeah, we're talking about Nintendo, not Nintendo. We're talking about DKB. And so thank you so much, Joey, for the super chat was for N64 Drive, correct?
No, there's only your channel's up right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That sucks.
No,
All
it
right.
doesn't. It's good, man.
It does suck because I want all of us to share in the goodness of and love and joy and peace and water. Anyway, thank you guys. Thank you so much.
And
Thank you,
water?
Joey, for the super chat. I appreciate you. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the topic because we're losing. I'm losing my mind. I mean, it's already lost. There's no way going back. You know, getting it. It's lost somewhere.
We'll look for it after the show,
so-
Mike. We'll look for it.
Yeah. So Donkey
out
Kong
there.
Bonanza came out yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. And so apparently people have 50 hours. How do you have 50 hours when it was out yesterday? Some people be lying.
Australia.
Oh, well.
Even then, dude, that's like
But it still hasn't been
15
50 hours.
a day.
Yeah.
It hasn't been 24 a full 24 hours.
It hasn't been 48 hours.
Yeah.
Well, I
Even if
know-
it's Australia.
I know, like Andre from Game Explain, he streamed 18 hours straight and played through it,
Damn.
Beat it?
and beat it. Yeah.
Wow.
Bruh.
I played 7 hours and 50 minutes straight yesterday. It was my longest gaming session since Tears of the Kingdom. When that came out, I had it perfectly set up. I got off work early, didn't have work the next day, came home, played for like 9 hours straight. So Donkey Kong got close to my first run of Tears of the Kingdom, like before stopping. You don't get that many opportunities in your 30s, early 40s, you know, when you got so much of life going on. So you take that opportunity, you go for it. It's a good game.
I get no opportunities whatsoever. Well, I got 50 bananas. Whatever time that is, I don't know. This got 50 bananas. Those big giant crystal banana ones. Yeah. So I got some of those. So yeah, it was out yesterday. We all been jumping into the wild with adventure, full on 3D platformer that brings Donkey Kong with some bright, colorful worlds. I don't know about co-op mode. If you guys have any experience with co-op mode, then you guys can share that once we jump into that. But yeah, basically we are now giving our impressions on what we think about Donkey Kong. I played it about 20 times at Target. They almost kicked me out. It's like every time I went to Target, I shared a picture and played the demo a lot. Plus, I also played it at the Nintendo Switch 2 Experience. There were two different demos. There were two very different demos. It's crazy. The first demo that I played outside of the Super Nintendo, the Nintendo Switch 2 Experience, didn't have Pauline. The second demo did, and then there's another demo that even didn't have the Rock at all, the little Rock little character at the Switch 2 Experience.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was we played 3 versions of Donkey Kong Bonanza, and this is the 4th, the complete version of it. Let's see here. It's a question for the chat. What's it been like playing Donkey Kong Bonanza for the first few hours? And does it feel fresh for Donkey Kong? Do you think, okay, what is your first impressions, like your first impressions when you turned on the Nintendo Switch 2, you started playing, you got your first few bananas, you punched the crap out of everything. And let's get some impressions here. The first impressions. Don't go too deep in, but just like the first impression. Patrick.
Yeah, my first impressions was that it controls beautifully and it looks amazing. that's one thing, especially like a 3D platformer, you want the character to like move around like you want it to. So yeah, I feel like I have full control, similar to like Mario Odyssey. I'm about 10 hours in right now, and I kind of was going fast through it, just kind of like not purposefully, just like going through the story. So now I'm going back to all the levels and like really punching stuff, But I will say that before I played it, my expectations were pretty high, but at the same time, I was like, I don't know about this game. I don't know how deep it is, Is it just like a 3D platformer with like this mining mechanic? And it's so much more than that. I'm actually very, very impressed with it. I think this is Nintendo at their peak, man. Like this game is so good. I don't know if it's a 10 out of 10, but because I do have problems with the camera. I think that's my main thing right now is that the camera is kind of wonky sometimes, but there's also a lot going on too. Like, not only are you in a 3D platformer, but you're digging down. So like, and they don't want you to see all the fossils and stuff that are underground. So I get where the challenge was, but it is a little wonky sometimes. And the performance is good, but I have had stutters like when a lot of things are happening. Mostly like when there's gold everywhere and you're collecting it. Sometimes it will stutter a little bit, but
so much fun.
very good. First impressions, it's excellent so far. Yeah.
When you're talking camera, you're talking like while you're digging, right? Like that seems to be kind of the issue, because it's like I find myself having to move the camera behind me, because otherwise I'm kind of like looking through terrain at like maybe a silhouette if I hit the right I hit the right bumper or whatever. Like it's a little bit peculiar.
That's the main thing. And then like when you're like behind an object or something, sometimes you'll just disappear.
Yeah.
So it's a little awkward, but again, that's like 3D platformers, so I can't knock them too much because they have a lot going on in the game. So those are my only two complaints, really.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Landon.
My first experience was kind of unfortunate because I shouldn't have went to the store to play the demo, because I went a big 6 times.
Yeah, me too.
Dude, I'm telling you, like, every time I went to, I found new bananas every single time in that one area. And I was like, this like one sub-level is so packed, it's insane. And obviously when I dove into the game, like even the tutorial area, I spent almost 2 hours just everything I could see. And it stinks because I have extreme OCD. So when I see fossils through a rock, I'm like, I stop whatever I'm doing. I'm like, I got to go straight to that. I got to go check that out. I got to go do this. But overall, I mean, I'm already in my mind thinking this could be better than Odyssey, which is crazy to me because most people, you guys know how much I love Odyssey. This is this is something special because I can see myself just spending hours in each sub level. Just, I mean, I kind of want to just go to one sub level and just destroy everything just to see what's left. Yeah. And it's just like, oh, there's so much to do. But I feel like my one worry is because of the fact that I have that OCD. There's so many fossils. I don't know when they want me to dig and when they don't want me to dig. And I feel like there's so many times I'm just digging and I might find nothing, but then I might find a whole bunch of stuff. So I don't know. There's a lot of areas that are really, really deep. And I'm like, okay, how long do I have to dig before I actually find something useful? But I don't really have complaints. I mean, he moves flawlessly. It's 2D Donkey Kong in a 3D space. That roll jump, it works perfectly in 3D. The enemies are fun to fight. The combat actually feels really, really nice. There's so many things. You could pick up a rock, spin it around like Mario does Bowser in Mario 64, throw them, and I love it. It's full of charm. I love Pauline's little. She has like little like cutscene things when you go to bed, in the sleep sections, and she'll give you like little like her just acting like a little child. She's like, DK, are you up? Are you like, this is what, look at the ice cream over there or something. Like, I love that stuff. It's full of charm. It just makes me smile every time. And I don't really have any complaints so far.
Awesome. Paul, what do you think? First 50 hours.
Oh, boy. I've played it for like 12, 13 hours so far. Okay, not counting the Nintendo Switch 2 experience play or playing it the second time there, or Best Buy a third time, but actually having it, it's fantastic. Like, Donkey Kong and I go way back to when I was a kid, because my first introduction to Donkey Kong was seeing that NES box and thinking, it's not King Kong. Wait, hold on. This is Donkey Kong? Like, I want it. I loved Gorillas. I already loved King Kong already. So
Yeah.
we go way back and playing Donkey Kong in the arcade and NES, and of course the Super Nintendo saga being terrific. One of the best series of all time in terms of overall music, I think. From just that original trilogy alone, those tunes are iconic. Going into the Wii and Wii U games, brilliant. And we haven't had a 3D one since 1999. So for me, just having a new Donkey Kong game being new is excellent. Being in 3D is even more special because it's so rare. And then the fact that it plays this well, the graphics are so crisp. I love running around DK. The different moves, running around, spinning, the fluidity of combat. I do get why. I'm curious to hear the chat, both you all and in the chat. Did you switch it to make B jump? Because I did. I do get why they had it the other way initially, because X is punch up, Y is punch lateral, B is punch down, A is jump. Switching B and A messes a little bit with their gameplay, the controller dynamic, but it's just so much more familiar with me that like an hour in, I'm like, I'm changing it, and like this is what I'm doing now throughout the rest of the game. But I like that option.
What I did, Paul, is I put it on GR, so my jump is on GR on the Pro controller, so I don't ever have to move my thumb from a punching button. Essentially, like I can always punch that way.
So your punch is that, and for that matter, you can make GL also jump if you want.
A jump, yes, yeah, for sure. Yeah, you just turn them in. If you're standard controller, you just turn GL and GR into A, and then you're punching each direction, like you were saying, with the
cool
face buttons. So
you're jumping like that, and then now you're still smashing down with B.
Mm-hmm.
That's a cool way to do it. That's good. I love it. Like, it's not going to be a spoiler. I mean, I don't want to deep dive into that, although I could touch on that real quick. But what was I going to say? Oh, the 2D section that I have played so far, not a spoiler because they showed it off in the Nintendo Direct of the game, but like, oh, it's so cool. Even though I knew it was coming, gosh, it was just thrilling to see that spot and to experience it now with my kids. And then, like, that's the last little thing I'll dive into because I don't want to dive. This is just initial quick thoughts on the game. But I have played a lot of the game in multiplayer, and it is a blast, literally a blast, because it could be game breaking, but not so much. It could become, it makes it more fun. You could do things a little bit out of order or be a little bit too overpowered, but like that first world, well, outside of Inga Isle, when you come up to, I guess, the next subsection, not going up, but going down, actually, my kids and I, they just got the boom rock and just were blasting. And before you get the boom rock, you think Pauline Scream does damage, and then you copy concrete, and you copy this, and then you get gold, and you're like, oh wow, gold does damage, and then you get the boom rock, and it's so chaotic, it's so beautiful, it's amazing. I'm like, this is the right direction for Nintendo to have gone, because I'm not noticing any frame rate dips or whatever. Like, if they had to take away, like, let's say there are, and I'm not denying that there probably are, just I haven't noticed. I've been having a fantastic time. But if Nintendo had to lower the amount of chaotic violence that they wanted to be displayed, to have a constant 60 no matter what, and say, we're not going to allow you to do more than 7 boom rocks because it might get too crazy. We're going to cap it at 5. No, I think this was the better direction to go, to have more chaos and almost 60 than lower their vision. And that's not to say, it's not powerful enough, this, that. It's just like, Nintendo's all about balancing, and then they found the right balance. So anyways, like I said, I wanted to make it quick. Playing in co-op, really cool. Because, you could pick up chunks and throw grass, but when you have that player too doing that grass bridge and like, this is how you came across, or you see that, like, it's so cool. Like, this game is, to sum it up, I put a post on X. Super Mario Odyssey's fluidity and mastery of controls of how much power you have of the character, plus Breath of the Wild's temptation of, I challenge you to do this a different way than someone else has. Go for it. And that's this game. I'm controlling DK beautifully like I do Mario, but Breath of the Wild, where it gives a reward to the person who is creative. Donkey Kong Bonanza also is, because you could go things about it this way or that way and explore in this direction or that direction or whatever. And that part of that charm is having a world that is so good in terms of its physics engine that they allowed that kind of thing to happen. Okay, that's my piece. Love it though. Love it. That's probably too long of a quick reaction. Can't help it. Can't help it.
All right, Josh, take it over.
So, first impression was this. Ever since I played my first game, I was always confused. I mean, obviously, as I understood how games were created, the confusion went away. But I couldn't figure out, if I could shoot an enemy in a game, why couldn't I shoot the world and like make it disappear and literally go wherever I wanted to? So younger Josh is definitely enjoying this, because it's like I'm literally doing just that. And obviously we have games like Minecraft and you can kind of, but that world's like really, really designed for that, where this world, you could stay on top of it if you wanted to. You don't have to, but you can just choose to destroy what you want or everything and just leave the bones. And so I'm loving it. This has been it's refreshing to be back into in a Nintendo like 3D platformer. Do I miss Mario? Yeah, a little bit, but this is I'm hoping we see a regular occurrence of Donkey Kong at this point. Like I hope it's a staple. And so I'm really, really enjoying it. There is another super chat I can grab real quick if you'd like, Mike.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's from Cryptic. It says, I agree with Joey. It's time Mario gets his time as a bench player and pay for his sins since stealing DK's girl in the arcades, punching Yoshi in the throat, first time meeting him, and killing Toads in Mario Bros. So,
yeah. right. Well, let me tell you my. Did you finish, Josh, with your first?
Yeah. First impression. We're gonna dig in a little deeper, right? So that's just the surface level. I'm very, very impressed with this, and
awesome. Yeah, we got two more questions in the about DK before we move on. One thing I want to say about this game is that it's therapeutic. It's crazy therapeutic. Okay, if you are having stress, pick it up. Start destroying everything. Just punch your way to the bottom. It'll help you relax. You know, game looks beautiful. I like I said, I had more fun in the first 30 minutes of DKB than I did with Mario Odyssey. Okay, and I think it's because nothing against Mario. I love Mario. You know, but it just this is Switch 2 era, right? And Nintendo just stepped it up. That's the entire thing, right? Why is DKB better than Odyssey? Because this is Nintendo Switch 2 now. The Mario Odyssey was the Switch's game, and now they had to step it up. You know, this is the next generation of platformers for Nintendo, and so for them to introduce a platformer on Switch 2, they had to go big or go home, right? They can't bring Odyssey all over again. They had to make it big, and I'm glad they went with DK because hey, DK was their first IP, right? Before Mario, DK had a name before Mario had a name, right? Jumpman, and so the fact that DK was the first platform was the Mario Odyssey of Nintendo Switch 2 is awesome, right? I'm not that far in. I think I have like 50 little bananas. I'm doing the same thing as Landon. I'm very I have to destroy everything, find everything in the first two land. I'm not even that far ahead, and I'm just kind of just searching for those little shells, or what do you call it, little conches thing? Yeah, the fossils. Yeah, and I see gold. I had to rip it everything. I had to take everything. I just can't leave everything behind, you know. Yeah. And so it's taking me so long to get from point A to point B, because from point to point B there's so much in between. And I'm with Landon saying, hey, I wish you could find there will be a way. I know you can kind of detect or sonar or whatever. You hit and it tells you where things are. But at this point, my sonar is way too weak, so I know nothing, and so I'm breaking everything. I'm having a blast. I think I made it to the second world. The second, I'm not gonna say what's in there, what characters are there, if mushrooms appear, if you know, if you punch a lucky block and you get a one of those, what do you call those things, the lucky block, and then the plant thingy that grows really tall, you have to climb it all the way to the clouds. Call that?
I think it's just a vine block. I don't know.
That's it.
Yeah, I think it's just a
vine. I'm trying to look for a more like a.
I think it's just a vine block.
So yeah, I mean, I'm having a blast. I love DK already. I'm glad that this is the premiere, and it just making me more excited for Mario. Because if this is DK, how much bigger will they go with Nintendo's baby Mario? They have to go big, especially with the new 40th anniversary celebration coming up, and that's already gearing towards later topic. But I'm loving it. And I'm not talking about McDonald's. All right, and let's go. We have 2 more questions here about the DKB. You got switch. Okay, that's not it. This is
I'm gonna roll, but I'll try to be back in a moment. Something came up. Okay.
Okay, so are you using DK speak now? Are you rolling?
Should be.
You should say, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna swing, but I'll swing my back. That way, you know.
I'm gonna roll, but I'll try to swing on back.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. Let's see here. I'm looking for the questions. All right. So without spilling any beans, and I hear somebody has a fan on. Without spilling any beans or details, how are the controllers? How is the controller? Well, somebody spoke about that. The controller pacing. Any moments that have you hook? And let's see here. All right, so without really giving too much of the game, rephrasing this with a question, what is it that has you hook about Donkey Kong Bonanza, and why would you recommend it to somebody else? Patrick.
Yeah, I just feel like there's so much content. This game really reminds me of, I don't know about you guys, but this game really reminds me of Bowser's Fury.
Oh yeah.
Like the world setup, it's like it feels like a big playground. And honestly, like the size of the Bowser's Fury expansion, that's kind of what like each sub level like size is. So yeah, I'm really enjoying that. I will say that the first like 4 or 5 hours were really easy. Like the boss battles, super easy. The challenge, like there was no challenge. And I was kind of worried. I'm like, man, when I play a DK game, dude, I'm getting like killed, man. So it does ramp up, and I think the difficulty does get better. But yeah, I just think for me, at least, the challenges are what I really like. So kind of reminds me of like shrines in Zelda, where it's like these little like challenge doors or whatever you can go in. And some are timed, some aren't, and they're kind of like a little bit more, strategy based. But yeah, I really like the challenges. I like how that kind of like shakes up the gameplay. So I don't know. I just feel like there's so much to do. I also really like the skill tree. I was kind of unsure about the skill tree at first, but I do kind of like progressing, and it kind of feels like you're working towards something. I've heard some people like kind of mixed about the skill tree, but I feel like if that wasn't there, it wouldn't feel as rewarding to like slowly build up your character and stuff. And they do it very well. So like each banana you have to get like, I think at first it's like 3 bananas, and then it goes to like 5 bananas to like level up, and you have to use skill points. So I actually like that. So I think, again, I just thought this was a 3D platformer with like digging, but it's a lot deeper. So I really like it. Yeah,
I agree. I mean, I love the skill points, because the fact that you get skill points. What is it? Every 3 bananas or something like that. You get 1 skill point, and you have to accumulate them, 2, 3, and then you have to redeem them, because there's some things that cost 1 and then they upgrade to 2, right? And so like what I'm doing, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna make sure that I upgrade all the 1s first, and then I get two, I'll go all the twos first together so that I'm like, you know what I mean? That's my type of OCD, Landon. That's my type of OCD. So what do you think, Landon?
I'm the same way. I love the skill points. I think it's not really like a skill tree because it's just allowing you to upgrade Donkey Kong in a slow rate. It's not really like changing him. Like, for instance, you're like, hey, here's an extra heart if you want that. And you can choose, I can make the game easier or harder. And like, for instance, I haven't upgraded any of like the hearts, or there's like a couple other things for like, almost like giving it an easy mode. And I just been going straight to the Bonanza stuff and saving them for each Bonanza. So that way I can, just upgrade that and have the full potential of what he turns into. And, but I love the bonus rooms as well. I think they remind me a lot of Odysseys, of course, but also in a weird way, they kind of remind me of Splatoons, like the single player. Some of those missions, there's like very specific things, like one mechanic in each one that like, I don't want to jump into spoilers, but there's certain materials that you'll find that are like very unique to specific rooms. There's one really cool one that I liked. And yeah, I just like picking things up, throwing them at the wall, seeing what literally sticks, what they do. But yeah, the worlds, I love the whole concept of going down to the core and falling in between each one. There's like a little segment where you're free falling and you're like smashing rocks on the way down, and then you can look up when you land, you can see the hole still in the sky. The world building is incredible, and I love just going to each new sub level, seeing what's down there, and being surprised by the different themes and stuff. And I just think I love it because I've always loved like Journey to the Center of the World or Journey to the Center of the Earth, and even like King Kong where they like go to Hollow Earth, and I love that idea of just being like these massive landscapes down there in the Earth. So
yeah, so no spoilers. They have to go and find the Dragon Balls, and then they have to gather all of them, make a wish, and then do all that stuff. So yeah, without any spoilers there. What do you think, Josh? Have you found all the Dragon Balls yet?
All of them, yeah. all the Dragon Balls. No, can you just hit me with the question one more time? Just because I've listened to these guys, I just want to make sure I'm answering correctly.
Let me try to find something to hit you.
Actually, wait, I got it right here. I'll just look it up. What has me hooked? That's right. There we go. Yeah. So, what has me hooked? The charm. The answer is the charm. Right off the bat, as soon as they started calling his pants britches, and they were like, yo, you lost your britches. Where like I literally laughed. Like I'm like, yo, it's not taking itself seriously. It's adorable. And then you get Pauline and she's dancing around in her like when Donkey Kong starts dancing and she's like looking at him like annoyed. Like I think that might be my favorite thing ever. Like it's just and it seems to happen often. So
she's a teen, right? She's a teen.
Yeah.
It's like a dad. It's like when my daughter looks at me dance, same exact reaction.
Oh yeah. It's me throwing my my Hylian shield backpack on, walking through the mall with my daughter, and she's like, "What are you doing? Please take that thing off." Yeah. So the charm is definitely there. There's nostalgia there. I mean, there's even one area that's called nostalgia country, right? And so it's like they know. I love the little hand-drawn loading screens that are just showing different pictures and little fun facts. And I wasn't really paying attention to one, but it had some kind of some facts about one of the Kongs, and I was like, yo, I hit record real quick because I wanted to go back and read it to see like if I don't know what kind of stuff they're throwing in there, but now I'm paying attention a little bit more. And I'm also enjoying the like Patrick said, it's not difficult, but sometimes I will give myself challenges that aren't really there. Like you can climb on the mesh, like, and just, get to different areas. I didn't know that yet. So I was rolling off this tiny little platform and then punching this banana that was hanging, and I had to run back up and do it multiple times. But I love that I was able to do it that way. Then walk that. I used, am I still there? Are you guys hearing me okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You hear me? Okay. I'm getting weird errors on my end on this app. So I just wanted to make sure. Um, have you guys changed into the whatever the Super Kong? I can't remember his name. While you're hanging from the while you're hanging, he claps his feet really fast instead of hitting his chest. It's absolutely hilarious. Like I love that. So I would say overall, just the charm is pulling me in. I love the voice acting. That just the little bit the Ron Perlman ape is so good. You know, like looking like Hellboy, and
Yeah.
it's got all the Nintendo charm, and it's got what I would even say is some of the new Nintendo charm, where it almost seems like they're having a little bit more fun. Like they're not so by the book. Like some of the Mario games in the past, and a lot, like it seemed like it was by the book, and that's not a bad thing. Their book is incredible, but this, like, it's almost like they're allowing a little more like creative freedom to come out, and it's making it just makes this game shine. And Donkey Kong's expressions, all that stuff is just, it adds to the overall experience, which I have said forever. The Switch, the work that was done on the Switch with like Luigi's Mansion, Breath of the Wild, Odyssey, even Mario Kart with and I know that was all the way back to the Wii U, but like giving the different facial expressions and making the characters seem like they are far more interacting with the environment than just being in the environment. It adds to the overall immersion, and again, this, I'm just going back to the word charm, and this game oozes that. So it also makes me very excited for what the future holds for 3D Mario built from the ground up on the Switch too, because we know this was in development way back when, and they were like, "Yo, we need more horsepower." So that ended up getting pushed over to Switch 2. So that there's so much to be excited for. And as far as the charm, just
that's awesome. I feel the same way. As you guys, as everyone who mentioned. I am hooked because I like open world games. I like exploring. I like the skill tree. Everything within this game has me hooked. I think I wasn't too crazy of a fan of the Donkey Kong Country games just because they felt a little bit repetitive, and because it's like me liking 3D Mario more than I like 2D Mario, right? And then I think my favorite Mario, 2D Mario, was Mario 3 until Wonder came out, and then they're kind of tied for the same spot. Now, in this here, this is actually just playing it for the first 30, 40 hour, 2 hours already. It's my favorite Donkey Kong game because of the 3D form factor, and of course the exploration and the story. The voice acting for everything was great. I'm a little bit picky with voice acting. Pauline is okay. She's all right. You know, not gonna win any awards, but she's okay. You know,
she gets
okay.
annoying in game, but like the cutscenes and stuff, it's great.
Yeah.
So, it's just like, even with like the cutscenes, like some of the cutscenes, I see what you're saying, Mike. I felt the same way. I was like, okay, that came off a little cheesy. But then like I said, like when you go to those save stations and you go to bed, like her voice acting is like legit. Like she sounds like she's actually like this little girl that's just sitting there just ranting and rambling. And I'm like, I don't know, like why did it feel so scripted on some of like the bigger scenes? I don't know.
Yeah. And it's all direction, right? It's like, okay, this part made it, this part didn't, or do this again when you're recording the voiceover. But I guess she did. I haven't gotten to those parts yet. I haven't seen the her nagging when they're sleeping. I did use this little area for Donkey Kong to go to sleep, but she didn't come out. She was just there, So yeah, let's see. Let's go over to the last question. Joyce, do you want to add anything for DK? Like anything you've seen online? Anything you've seen online that you like, or are you picking it up later in the future when it goes on sale?
I'm not. For illogical, historical, and cultural reasons, I'm not he's a gorilla. I have issues. So, but I'm so glad that you guys are enjoying it. I'm so glad you guys are enjoying it. Do I sound a little bit better now?
Did
Can
you
guys
sound
hear, like,
bad
my
before?
fans?
Oh, before
because I didn't-
before I heard the fan. Now I don't hear the fan this time.
Okay, because I didn't realize that the right mic didn't connect.
Ah,
was
okay,
like,
yeah.
oh,
So you
that
had like a room temperature thing. Okay, yeah, makes sense.
The room
That makes perfect sense.
The heck? Real quick, Mike, because Lottie has been trying to get your attention.
No, I got her attention. I was just waiting for Paul to come back, so that we can all so that we can all react together to some little special that she made us. So yeah, Lottie, I have not forgotten. I wasn't sure earlier, but yeah, you know what? Let's show it. Let's show it now. Paul can give you it later if he's. I'm not sure if he's coming back anytime soon, right? So let's go ahead and let's go over the last question for this topic before we jump into the next one. We'll do a little intermission and show you a little some fan art that Lottie sent us, and so it's super adorable, by the way. So we're gonna go ahead and first go over the last question here for DKB. Okay, no, that's Benjamin. That's Legend of Zelda. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna rephrase this question. Mario Odyssey, when it launched with Nintendo Switch, right? It launched in year 1. It was one of the launch window years, within the first 6-7 months of the Switch 2. Did well in sales. Do you think DKB so far can exceed Mario Odyssey in sales on Switch 2? Although there's in this question for Paul would have been great. He missed the question. Mario Odyssey was $59. We're now in a new era. This one is 16. This one is $70. What do you think, Len? Do you think that this game has the potential in the lifetime of the Nintendo Switch 2 to exceed Mario Odyssey in the lifetime of the Nintendo Switch? Because I know Mario Odyssey will continue to sell on Switch 2. People keep buying that. But at least when it comes to the 7 to 8 years that Nintendo Switch had, what do you think? Do you think this game will do better?
Not a chance.
No chance? Or do you think
No chance.
Mario Odyssey?
I think, as crazy as it sounds, it's just the plumber sells. I mean, you have Mario in the box of anything, it's going to sell. Mario Odyssey is so crazy. I mean, I think it is just going to come down to a lot of people. Like when that 3D Mario comes out, a lot of people are just going to naturally move over and say, finally, it's been 8 years. This is, because I mean, I see a lot of people online saying like, this is your 3D Mario, now you can be patient for another 4 or 5 years. I'm like, no, I mean, I love Donkey Kong a lot. I do. It is a completely different play style. I mean, the playground is different. You're beating up the playground this time around instead of using it and platforming on it and, having that Mario moveset that we all love and enjoy. So Donkey Kong Bonanza is going to sell tons. I'm sure it's going to be really, really, I mean, it's the second biggest game. It should have been the launch title, but,
yeah.
I don't think it's going to, I don't see it beating Odyssey. I'd be happy. I mean, that's the success that we want to see, but I don't see it happening.
Yeah. What do you think, Patrick?
Yeah, I'm with Landon here. It's tough to beat Mario at his own game, right? Like I think this is great for Donkey Kong, and I actually do think the sales numbers are going to surprise us. Like at the time it's coming out is like perfect for this game because people want more. They just bought a $500 console. They like Mario Kart, but they want like that single player thing. So I feel like it's going to sell well compared to Odyssey, though. I don't think it's going to get to that point. But if it does, Nintendo's going to have a good problem on their hands. Like, what do they do? Do they focus more on Donkey Kong? Like, I don't know.
What were the final sales for Odyssey?
Almost 30 million, like 29.7
or
29.8 or something. I don't know.
I don't think it's touching that. I think maybe 15.
15. What do you think, Josh?
I think what's going to happen with this game, I think it's going to do well. I think 15 to 18, maybe. It's going to depend on. We don't know how the Switch 2 is going to really do yet, right? Like, yes, it's still flying off the shelves and everything, but it's still very early. Like, are they going to be easily available at Christmas? Are people still going to like we don't know how all this is playing out yet. Like we're still in the honeymoon phase with this thing where, you know, anybody that didn't get it, that wanted it, is still fighting to get it. That being said, let's just pretend we live in a future where it's gonna just sell like crazy, you know, do close to Switch close to Switch 1 numbers. When this game is gonna really pop off is if and when, well, not if, but when that Donkey Kong movie comes out. We saw a huge increase of Mario game sales. Now, granted, it is Mario, but I think it'll have the same effect, especially since they have something available. Because what was getting bought when the Mario movie came out was New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. The sales for that, if you remember watching the as the numbers were coming out each quarter after that movie, that game just started shooting through the charts, which was crazy. I mean, as well as Odyssey, but so that's when I think we're gonna really see this game shine. I don't know. I don't think it would take some crazy word of mouth, I think, to get this game to sell more than Mario. I hope it does incredible. I'm not even that far into it, and I want to see sequels. Like I want to see this become one of the, like I said earlier, one of the staples in Nintendo's catalog, that we don't have to wait another 26 years for a sequel. It's way too long.
Josie, you want to answer this one?
I'm even wondering if I'm going on the low side, so I'll just say my number's conservative. I think DK has a really good chance of at least 10 million.
Okay.
I mean, there's too many people excited about it. It was too many demos out in the wild and everything, and you know, we remember DK from being kids and everything, and I think of some of the new kids that are probably getting into it. So I think it's going to do really, really well. So yeah, it's going to do well.
Yeah, I agree, and I think I agree that they did really well with the promotional part of the game as well, because I mean, it had its own direct. You know, it was a big part of the presentation when they did the Treehouse. It had its own direct. Plus, we had demos everywhere. You know, the Nintendo Switch experience. So DK got a lot of eyes on him, and so yeah, I'm gonna say it's gonna be close to Mario Odyssey, just to be the odd one. Close to Mario Odyssey, might beat it by about 10 to 20,000 units. I'm gonna say that. Just because I know Mario, the next Mario is gonna just beat Mario Odyssey, of course, and gonna be Donkey Kong Bonanza. You know, so I'm gonna say that. But let's go ahead and show really quickly before we jump into the next topic, the Legend of Zelda live action movie. We got our cast for Link and Zelda. We're gonna talk about that right now because that's insane. I know we're gonna be hearing soon from the other cast, just because, like we said in the last podcast, the shooting starts in November. Okay, right now they I think the cast has been casted. This is not new. The cast has been casted. We have Link, we have Zelda, we have Ganondorf, we have Impa. I'm not sure we have Tingle. We might have Tingle somewhere. I don't know. Maybe The Rock plays Tingle. But you know, it has been casted. When we talked about this news last podcast, where we were in the timeline is like, okay, yeah, they have the cast because right now they should be in training now. They're going to be in sword training and all that, battle training, all that stuff. They have to train before they go into full production, but it starts shooting in November. Before we go to that, I want to share a little treat that one of our subscribers, one of our moderators, did for us. Lottie. Lottie's been first thing. Lottie is the person responsible for naming our podcast, Nintopics Podcast. We made a poll. I asked you guys what name will fit well for the podcast. You guys choose a name, and everybody put names, right? And we chose the most requested names. Nintopics Podcast was one of them. Lottie chose Nintopics Podcast. You guys voted, and you chose Nintopics Podcast. So we've been doing Nintopics Podcast now for 4 years. All right? And so even Lottie was here since Nintendo Academy was a thing. And that was when they started the channel back in 20-something. So
it doesn't feel long at all.
It feels feels a
It
long,
doesn't.
long time.
Oh, it
and
does.
she-
Oh, I didn't think it did.
Yeah. For me, it feels like it's
Oh
been
wow,
20
thanks, Mike.
So, I mean, Lottie was here before the podcast started, where I was just doing interviews with the cast members, and I had the entire cast of Super Mario here. We had Kenny James, Samantha Kelly, we had Lara Faye Smith, and we had a little Mario reunion cast here. And she did something like this for them too, which is fun. So let me go ahead and share that really quick here. I will start with the one she did for me. All right, so apparently this is me, right there. That's me in me form, right? What game is this, by the way? I don't know what game is this.
Miitopia.
Is this, Miitopia?
Yeah.
So that's me in Miitopia form. You want to see Joycey? Let's take a look at Joycey in Miitopia form here. Introducing Joycey in Miitopia form.
Okay.
And I like that she gave you eyeshadow. She made your eyelashes and the hairdo and then the glasses. She forgot the shade.
It's okay. I don't think they can attach a fan. Otherwise, But I know.
And then
it's cute.
we have N64 Josh is here.
Oh boy.
Yours looks cute, Josh.
I look
Yeah, he's
homeless.
happy. You look homeless.
Unhoused.
No.
I'm sorry.
So
Dark
at least
humor, I'm
here,
sorry.
at least here, you're smiling. On the other fan art that we got, you were like,
I was scowling,
yeah.
just so angry.
Yeah. So yeah, this is and then we got Paul. Paul, if you're watching, this is you. I'm pretty sure Paul's watching. Stop sharing. Let's get Paul over here. And I'll tell you what Paul looks like in a minute. Once we get him up here. That's Paul.
I can see it.
How
Paul
cute.
looks like a stalker. He's about to stalk somebody. So thank you so much, Lottie, for doing. Thank you, Lottie. Paul's probably watching it somewhere. Paul, you look like a stalker here. About to and you got numbers. You got numbers on top of you. You got the number 116 and stuff. So, yeah, they did your eyes, your eyelashes. Well, there's no eyelashes there. Your cheeks, your little smile. So there you have it. This is the. Has it been told?
He kind of looks like he's about to enjoy a Coldplay concert. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Right.
Bruh. Hey, yo, real quick. Real
song,
quick.
dude.
I have to ask. What y'all think the team's chat looked like at work the next day?
Oh my god.
I just can't imagine, especially and allegedly they were not well liked. Well, especially him at work.
Here's
And
a
I'm
lot.
like, oh my God, the drama.
The
I kind of
team's
wanted
chat.
to be a fly on the wall in that office, but oh well. We digress.
Do you think if
I'm
they
lost.
played
Where-
it cool, they would still have gotten noticed?
No, that was 4K,
Yeah.
ultra, 120 frames per second.
But if they played it off and they just like waved, do you think they
Yeah.
still would have been viral?
Maybe no,
Um,
not viral. No, maybe somebody noticed them that
Yeah.
because they're in their hometown or whatever. But
And that's why you don't go out the house with that foolishness in your own city, in your own hometown, where people know
I don't
you.
know. I don't know what you guys talking about. I'm completely lost.
That's
here.
okay,
Are
Mike.
we-
We'll
are
fill
we-
you in later, boo. Can we talk about Zelda? Because
Yeah.
and just so I haven't talked at all for like the first hour, so I really, really want to go
Pokemon.
nuts.
I'm looking for.
I do want to say Lottie did amazing. So thank you so much, Lottie.
Thank
for
you,
that.
Lottie.
Wait, is this Zelda?
Is what Zelda?
Is this this little lo-fi here? Let me see. Yeah, it is.
Yep, there
Yeah.
you go.
There we go. There we go. Lo-fi, lo-fi legend. You are listening to XL 106.7, the Zelda station. Anyway, so
Delilah.
Delilah.
If y'all don't remember Delilah,
Well, is it a radio station?
you don't remember Delilah?
I do. I do.
Oh
know who
God,
that
Mike,
is.
we gonna have to. Ooh, I'm gonna hold your hand when I tell you this, baby.
Are we talking? Are we talking about a movie, a TV show? or-
No. Okay. So everybody in the chat, everybody. So I don't even know if she's still going, but back in the day, before we had everything digital and you can email and text your BFF like a playlist or a favorite song or whatever, we would do song dedications on the radio. So you would call the radio station and dedicate a song to somebody. So on Sunday nights we had Delilah, and she's talked very, very softly and very calm and very kind as she read your love dedication to your boo thing who was across the country. Okay. And
Or
she
at a
would sit
Coldplay
there-
concert.
Or at I said your boo thing, not your boo on the side. That's a whole other situation.
My bad. My bad.
Delilah was here for the heartbreak and the heartache as well as the triumphs of life. And it was amazing. And she would be on Sunday nights, and that was her intro. Delilah.
No. I
Mike,
used to watch
I'll send you a link, Mike.
I used to watch Gilbert Godfrey up all night.
God.
I used to
Wow.
watch Tales from the Crypt.
Nice.
yeah.
Tales
what
from the
else?
Crypt was funny.
Yeah, you know.
And I say
like
this
the-
as somebody who's scared of everything.
You know, there was a lot of stuff I used to watch, but I don't think Delilah was in the list. Like, this is the first
No,
time I hear
it was on the
about-
radio.
The
It was on
radio.
the radio.
Oh, never mind.
She's
a
a radio
DJ.
DJ. And so that's
so
what we would listen to like late at night on a Sunday. And you know, and people be pouring their hearts out. People were like, I miss my love of my life and that we've been separated for a year and I want to dedicate this song. I want to dedicate What You Won't Do for Love by Bobby Caldwell. If y'all don't know that song, look that up.
And then-
You know, it was
So
serious.
good.
Oh, Cryptic! Shout out to Cryptic. Apparently Delilah is still going. I will need to find
What?
that. I need that in my life now. Yeah, I need that in my life.
I need to listen to it at least once so I know that I heard it. So I'll find it somewhere.
It's a beautiful evening, and she just plays like beautiful love songs and everything. So yeah.
You're listening to Jazz 106.7 FM. Blippity blippity blip. Like that. All right, Zelda. We're talking about Zelda now.
Zelda,
the
can I please talk about it?
Yeah, once
I'm so excited.
we are talking about The Legend of Zelda, live action movie. Now, if you've been living under a rock, let me recap really quickly. Nintendo dropped some exciting news on July 16, 2025. It's about the live action The Legend of Zelda movie coming to theaters on May 7th, 2027. That's only less than 2 years away. Less than 2 years away. So the news is that Bo Bragason, am I saying right? Bragason? Because I said Bragason before. Bo Bragason is set to play, not Joe, Bo. Bragason is set to play Princess Zelda, and Benjamin Evan Ainsworth will take on the role of Link. With Wes Ball, of course, Wes Ball is the director. The last movie was Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Directing, and Shigeru Miyamoto and Avi Arad producing. You can tell that Miyamoto will be like in Wes's show, like right there, throughout the entire process. Let's see here. The movie's aiming for a Hyrule that feels real, but has some magical spark. These actors aren't huge names yet, which has a lot of us curious about how they'll bring these iconic characters to life. We've listed some of their past roles below to get a sense of their experience. And we're also thinking about who could fill out the rest of the Hyrule cast. By the way, little pause here. That's coming soon. That's going to be coming. I can say in less than 2 months, we'll know who the casts are. And then, so we have Bo Bragason, And so, sorry, Bo. I don't mean to butcher your name, Bo. And so she is 23 years old, 21,
21.
21 years old. Okay, she's 21. Okay, she's playing Princess Zelda. Her last movies, last year she had two of them. The Radleys, if you guys want to look them up, Renegade. I'm going to watch all these movies. Okay, I'm going to watch them, all of them, because I want to see. I want to see what is her skill. What's her range as an actress, right? So she did Renegade Neo in 2024. She did the Jetty. She did Three Girls in 2017. Censor in 2021. King Slave Final Fantasy. What? King Slave Final Fantasy 15. In 2016, she played young Luna. Interesting.
She must have been really.
And she did motion capture for that too. Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, and she did Sterling Point is an upcoming movie. She's also playing, doing a role there. Then we have Benjamin Evan Ainsworth playing Link. He was the voice of Pinocchio in the last movie. So Pinocchio, he has at least he has one movie under his belt that's high, not quality because Disney made it, but high, well known. We have The Haunting of Bly Manor 2020. We got Flora and Ulysses on 2022. Son of a Critch, and which is a show that started in 2022 and still going on today. It's he plays Mark Critch, and everything's going to be great in 2024. Supporting role, All Fun and Games 2023 supporting role, and The Sandman 2022 episode role. So that's his everything he's done. So they're brand new actors, both of them. When I mean brand new, they don't have like 20 years under their belt. They're not even 20 years old. So yeah. First question to everybody. First impressions. New actors, brand new names. To the big spotlight. What do you think, Patrick?
To
Wow.
me, I know Joyce has been like silent.
Okay, Mike. I see you.
I will just say this: I am very excited that they are lesser known. I think this is great. Like, last thing I want to see is freaking Adam Sandler as Link. I like that it's fresh blood. There are going to be A-listers in this. There are. Like, that's just going to happen. But I think for the main characters to be so young and like, they don't need a crazy resume, like, this is their role, which is very exciting. They're going to be hungry. They're going to like want to put on a good performance. So I'm excited. And to me anyway, I feel like they went with a younger cast, maybe for this to be a trilogy. I don't know. Maybe
it is a trilogy.
It is a trilogy. Okay. Yeah. Then that makes sense then. So, I just think it's a perfect, I would rather not know of them than for them to be like a little established. I think in an animated like voice role, the Mario movie was fine, but for this, I'm glad that this is going to be like their identity. So I don't know anything about them, and I probably will check out a film or two. But yeah, this is for me anyway. This is a good casting. The look too.
Let's go with Let's go with who should I go with next?
Joycey.
Please put Joycey on.
Joycey,
I don't know. It's the fun is kind of gone.
What do you think, Joycey?
He kind of said everything I was gonna say, so it's all good. I
There's
don't have anything else really to add.
You better not skip it.
I really didn't have anything else to add, so it's all right. Go to somebody else.
No, I'm not gonna pass. You gotta talk, Josie. Come on, Josie. What do you think about the actor? Are they too young?
I'll go last because I gotta think of something new to say now. So I'll go last.
Okay. I'll give you last. Okay. Well, I'll leave the best for last. Okay, Josie. All right, Josie. Okay. All right. So, Landon, what do you think?
I love that it's, obviously younger actress, obviously given fresh faces. I've seen, all these memes of Tom Holland dressed as Link drive me crazy. So obviously, yeah, that was good to see, and it kind of reminds me of like I think they are going to have like bigger names. I would be kind of shocked if they didn't have like somebody that's well known for Ganondorf or something. You know it's going to happen. It's very similar to like the How to Train Your Dragon live action movie they just did. Two younger names for the main two characters, and then you have lots of like I think Gerard Butler's in there, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, so I think they're gonna do something similar. But I mean, honestly, I'm just here for it. I mean, there's a lot that I just hope is right. I hope the CGI, everything looks good. You can't have these weird looking Zoras and Gorons, and then like I just hope it looks good. The cast, great. I don't have a problem with it. I'm ready.
Yeah, I just saw the How to Train Your Dragon just last night, the live action one. Dude, I love that movie. Loved it. CGI was awesome. Actors both unknown good, but it was a great movie. So that kind of paints a picture of it's not a medieval. It's more like it's not medieval. It's more like what are they? What's
Are you talking about the Vikings?
Yeah, Vikings. Yeah. So. And also Wes Ball did Planet of the Apes, and the CGI was awesome there too. So I could see, at least CGI wise, I'm not worried. Stories will worry me a little bit. But Josh, what do you think? Young cast. What was your first reaction when you saw them?
I was like right on. Like they seem. It seems pretty spot on, and it's always tough with this kind of thing because like. Are they going to put them in blonde wigs? There's so many questions at this point. Like cool, they're here. That's great. I'm so glad they're young. They can keep this going for a while. Are they young Link and young Zelda? Is there going to be older versions like a House of Dragons kind of thing going on, or an Ocarina of Time? Like is there potentially something like that? I just have a lot of questions at this point. And when it comes to these like fantasy style movies, right? Where you're looking at things like Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, it needs to have that grit for me. Like that's what it needs to have. If it looks like The Witcher or like even The Mandalorian, like there's some of the immersion you're taking, even though they're using practical effects, sometimes it looks like it's shot like a soap opera. Like I want this to look like super gritty and push the PG-13 bar as far as they can, so that like the series has matured. And I just, as long as everybody takes it like very serious, if it comes out and it's like comedy, that's gonna be rough.
Like
that's gonna be
Minecraft
really
movie.
rough. Yeah, like if Steve's Lava Chicken
Like Men in Tights
is
again?
yeah. Like I can't do Link's Lava Chicken. It needs to have a very serious tone, And I'm hoping to the levels of like maybe follow the Star Wars, like the first 3 Star Wars movies, and make the second movie really dark. If it truly is a trilogy, and like have it end like similar to how Empire ends, where it's like you're kind of on a cliffhanger and the good guys lose, and I'm here for it. So it's just a waiting game at this point.
Yeah. You almost entered into the next questions, but
My bad.
No, you got it. Question, Joycey. It's over to you now, Joycey. We're living the best for last, Joycey. And I want to add a question.
Good, because we're gonna be here a while, Mike.
So on top of what you were gonna say, I'm gonna add a question for you. Okay. So, do you think it's a smart move of them to pick unknown actors this young, or would you think actors that were a little more seasoned would have been a better pick for them? What do you think?
So, I got a few thoughts on that. I do like that they're unknown actors. And traditionally speaking, Link and Zelda have always been between probably about 10 and 17-ish, roughly. So they fit that. So I'm okay with that, and I'm okay that they're unknowns and they're not seasoned actors. I know we were talking about Game of Thrones a little bit earlier. Who was the lovely young lady who played Arya Stark? I forgot her name right now.
Khaleesi something.
I forgot her name, but good God, that girl could act her hiney off. It was, I mean, Game of Thrones was a better place because Arya Stark was in it. She was one of my most favorite characters. I love her acting. So when I think of a seasoned actor, I can think of somebody who was so young when that show started. And, but I'm okay with the fresh face. And also we got to think about the kind of audience. You know, yes, we're going to be getting a PG-13, which automatically means there's going to be probably a couple things in there that might raise an eyebrow or so. But we have the opportunity for that. And also, you know, Nintendo kind of wants everybody to be able to see this movie. So maybe you can't bring the babies, but you can probably bring your 12-year-old, you know, and up, you know. So I'm really okay with it. I know we want to talk about the grit and everything. I really, because now that we know at least what age we're starting with these actors, I think we're going to go a lot from light to dark. It's going to be kind of light and kind of whimsical and, oh, there's danger and 100 years ago, blah, 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 blah. You guys know how Zelda does. You know, I don't think the danger is going to be immediately there, or the threat, whatever the threat is. And to go with that, I think the threat is still going to be Ganon, because that's what's tradition, and I also think that's what's safe. Because well, first of all, everybody knows Mario, and everybody knows Luigi, and just about everybody knows Bowser. I don't know if everybody knows Ganondorf, if that makes sense.
No.
You know,
Yeah.
I feel like you kind of have to be a gamer.
Yeah. Some people still call Link Zelda, so it's, you know.
Yeah.
So it's, yeah.
Go for it. No, what were we gonna say?
No, I was agreeing with you. I was agreeing that not a lot of people know Ganon, or even Impa, or any of the characters besides Link and Zelda.
Maisie Williams, thank you, Alicelia. I never get your name right. That was the girl who played in Arya Stark. Anyway, now when it comes to the actors they did pick, when I look at Ben, who's going to be playing Link, right off the bat, I don't see the vision. Right off the bat. But hair dye exists, prosthetics exist. He won't need contacts. He has facial prosthetics, that sort of thing. They're going to probably give him pointy ears and things like that.
Oh yeah.
Link and Zelda have pointy ears. He has gorgeous blue eyes. He's a very handsome young man. But I don't see him as Link yet. But I'm like, yeah. But these are like kind of like stock pictures. You know what I mean? Like headshots, like really good headshots. So I'm not judging him harsh right now. I know people are still concerned if he's going to talk in the movie. Guys, Link has always talked. He's always talked. Now we're just going to be able to audibly hear him because we finally get his story versus the story we're trying to, you know, imprint on him as we play.
Yeah.
When it comes to the young lady who will be playing Zelda, Nintendo, or whoever did the auditioning and everything for that, you need a raise because you nailed it. Absolutely nailed it.
Is the director, so he has the last say there.
So nailed it, Wes. I said, yep, that's it. That's Zelda. I can see it. I know her face is a little bit rounder and everything of that nature, but all she needs is a little bit of blonde highlight, put a crown on her and some pointy ears. She's ready. She's ready. Ben's gonna need a little bit more, but she's a beautiful young lady. Unfortunately, I'm not familiar with either of them. So I'm really excited. I really want to know where this story is going. And I'm gonna say this. I've said this a jillion times on the podcast before. My picks for Ganondorf is still gonna be Joe Manganiello. I don't care how old he is. I don't care that he's 50. He has the build for it. I know Boo Minnie wants Jason Momoa. Look. We want all of our crushes in all of our movies, sweetie. I know. That's why Magic Mike exists. But for the Zelda movie, we'll talk again. I gotta fill you in on some things, Mike. Okay, so
I know Magic Mike the movie. I know that. That's why I said I never agreed to it. I never agreed to give my name for that movie.
Oh, good point. Yeah, you should totally like sue or something. But after also being on this podcast several times, other people have mentioned it. I didn't see the vision then, but I see it now. When I really kind of opened my mind to it, Idris Elba for Ganon.
For Ganon, of course, yeah, the guy's beast. The beast.
He has the voice. He has the stature and everything, and he's a very big name that will make people interested. So,
he's that guy from The Office, right? I'm just kidding. I'm just playing.
No, he was from The Office.
I know. I'm just playing.
And
Luther,
that's the first
if you watch Luther, that was pretty decent.
The first time I
just watched Pacific Rim. He was in that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first time I saw him was in The Office. He came in. He was super annoying in The Office, and then after got to know him more as an action star, which is really cool.
He was great.
Let me highlight here a super chat.
He was great in what?
He was great in The Office.
Yeah.
No, he was really great. He was great, but he did so great that he was annoying because he was trying to be. Let me see here.
Want me to read it? I got it.
Yeah,
I got it.
Cryptic. There's two of them now.
Shout out to Cryptic. I think the Zelda movie will work like Harry Potter, where it goes from lighthearted, learning the tribes, etc., as it progresses and gets more dark. In Ocarina of Time, Ganon is playing deception and acting like a friend. So yeah, I feel that, Cryptic. Please, Nintendo, do not make this live action Ocarina of Time. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do something new. Do some new stuff. Let's just keep it all the way real here. The game timeline is just forever in shambles, okay? And I think as Zelda fans, we just gonna have to live with that and just accept that maybe it's just not. We have the chance to do something wonderful here, Nintendo. Have an excellent storyline and an excellent timeline. We can do this. If you need a writer, I will work for half price. Okay. Yeah. Half price. You're going to have to pay me. But yeah. And there's also another super chat that came in real quick. Cryptic. Is Link a Kokiri with a fairy or raised by uncle? I think what he's saying there is he's saying like are those going to be places they jump from? I think it's all up in the air. They have an opportunity to give us Link's backstory, Zelda's backstory. Maybe, let their parents live for like the first hour of the movie or so, something like that.
And even then, Link's backstory changes from game to game because it's not the same Link unless it's Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. So,
but the problem is with every Link, we don't always know where he comes from. In fact, majority of the time we don't. So we only know. In Ocarina of Time, they talked about how Link's mother, as she was dying, she gave him to the Deku Tree to raise. And then in Tears of the Kingdom, I think, there's a picture of Link's, I think it's his father and a younger sibling. And it's not even talked about. And I'm like, what are we doing here? He came from somewhere, okay? And I'm sure he came here the old-fashioned way like we all did. So come on now. Nintendo, get that together. We just have such a good opportunity. And also I want to make it very clear, I'm being a little bit harsh in a way because I have these high expectations in a way, and I have to remind myself the same people who write the story for the games are probably not writing the story for the movie.
Not even close. Yeah, not even close.
Yeah. Or basically, Miyamoto's there, so if nothing else, he'll throw in what he believes. So I'm still excited. I think it's great. This is gonna be fun. I love that we're getting Zelda news, even though we're not technically getting any Zelda games right now. So I'm really excited about this.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm done now. You're still in timeout though.
I am.
You are.
All right. Hey, I even let you. I even let you go into other topics so you can speak your mind. So
they were all Zelda.
I know. How am I still in timeout? Anyway, so
you can finish the podcast, but you go into timeout after that.
Okay, fine.
Nailed it. Look at her. She's perfect. I love her.
I also see Link there. I also see Clark Kent. I also see Link. I I see maybe Banjo Kazooie in him also. You know, I see a whole bunch of characters.
Dude from Smallville,
CDI.
the one that played Superman in Smallville. That looks like that could be his son.
Oh yeah, he looks like Tom Welling. Yeah, like a kid Tom
He
Welling.
is giving
Yeah.
a Clark Kent. I agree.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of chatter out there about them, their age difference, and I gotta talk here like a director thinks, okay? Because I went to Full Sail, I took some film also, and so I know how directors think. When you look at this image, you're not looking at ages. Yes, they have their ages. She's 21, he's 16. But what they're looking at is actor ages. What ages can each of them play? Like she can play anyone from ages, I would say 15, 16, all the way to 18, 19, 20. He looks young. He can play anything from 14 to 19, right? And so that's what they look at when they get cast members out there. Other things that they always focus on is, okay, how old is he right now? Where is he in his growth, right? Because you know, boys, they kind of mature and they go through this change and then they grow through super quick and they become from in their teenagehood, right? They become they have these little voice here, and then like 2 years later, their voices change and things change. They keep all this in perspective. They keep all this in their minds when they're casting somebody. So no, there should be no paying attention to their real ages. Like, don't pay attention to their ages. They're gonna be playing a certain age in the movie, depending on what story they're gonna tell, right?
Can I say something real quick? I'm sorry. Can I say something real quick?
Is that my conscience?
Lazarus, come forth. No, I'm just kidding.
What is it? What is it, conscience?
No, seriously though. Shoot, I forgot what I was gonna say. Don't get old, y'all.
Yeah, so both actors look about the same age. Go ahead, Joshi.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. That's what I was gonna say. The thing is, and somebody mentioned this in the chat. I'm not gonna say who, but it was a little shady. Like, are they gonna make out in the movie and everything? Chill. These are, in the story at least, these are kids. Now, when we get to the end of the, because I believe, and I agree with you guys when you all said it's going to probably be a trilogy. I really, really hope so. By the time we get to the end of the trilogy and they're like supposed to be playing like 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds, then we can probably have that conversation. But let's chill. Let's just enjoy the adventure. These are kids. Don't be weird.
Yeah. So yeah. So basically, that's one of the things that people were seeing out there about their ages. Forget about their ages. Now that we know that we have a young cast, right? When we don't have people in their 30s, because for those of you who were born, okay, maybe you were born in the 90s, maybe you're a 90s kid, right? Maybe early 2000s. You know that back in the day they used to cast 30-year-olds to be high schoolers.
I know what you did last summer. I think they were all like late 20s when that movie came out.
Yeah, it was like really you're not supposed to be in high school. I know in later movies and especially in Adam Sandler movies they make fun of this. What's this actor with the big eyes? He's always like I forgot his name. I know he makes fun of this that he went back to high school to play a teenager, but he's old looking, you know, and he starts talking like if he was some kind of teenager.
Oh, Steve Buscemi.
Yeah, Steve Buscemi. Yeah, he does a bit there.
What movie was
super
that?
hilarious.
Isn't that the meme? Like, hello, fellow kids.
Yeah.
So
Mike, you're still sharing screen, Mike. Just so you know, you got your notes on the.
I do. Oh yeah, I have. I'm sharing the.
Okay, I was just making sure that because they're showing up on YouTube as well. That's all.
Okay, cool. Yeah. No,
everybody can see our notes. They know the questions.
No, yeah, I was actually sharing this for everybody, like on the chat too. So yeah, because we just spoke about their ages, right? Their ages. So next question for the chat and for the crew. Knowing their ages, right? Let's say 17, right? 16, 15 years old, whatever. How do you think this shapes the story? And of course, what kind of story do you think they're gonna tell? I know they're not gonna go. Let's assume they're not going anything related to any game, right? Like we're getting a brand new movie that could potentially fit into some timeline, although I hope not. I think it's going to be its own thing. But where do you think with these actors they can go in with the story, and what kind of movie they have to make in order for this movie to hit well, right? Because there's a lot of people who don't know who Link and Zelda is, or they call Link Zelda, and so forth. So what do they have to do, and what kind of story they have to tell to make sure this movie hits right? That if you have never seen the movie before, by the end of this movie, you know who Link is, you know Zelda, you know at least you have a ground, you have some lore in you, and you're ready for the next one. Landon, what do you think?
I think they should have elements of Zelda games, but they tell their own story. I see kind of like the intro of Ocarina of Time. Ganondorf comes in, bows to the king, something similar like that. Even like Tears of the Kingdom when he did it, and then like he like gets that alliance with them, and then ends up invading. And then Ganon's forces take over the kingdom. Link has to go out on an adventure on his own to save Zelda from she's in a castle or something like that. So maybe just like a simple story like that. But if they do like a big trilogy, like you said, I wouldn't even mind them. I know a lot of people might be opposed to this, but I love Skyward Sword. So maybe given like an origin story, having kind of like, maybe them building the kingdom up from scratch, and that's how it starts or something like that. And then maybe the movie, I don't know how they would do that with like time, because then you'd have to like skip thousands of years to show the kingdom, but I don't know, some type of origin. And then like each, because how do you show Link going through like 8 dungeons in one movie? I feel like you got to like kind of like speed that up or something. There's just so much that happens. So I don't know, but I would like for them to just take their time. Don't push, because it could be, like you said, like people are learning these characters. It could be a lot for them to just, here's Gorons, here's Rito, here's Zora, throw everybody at you like from the Zelda, all the Zelda games at once. But just pull in elements from the different games would be good. But I gotta head out. I gotta get up really early. So
yeah, man. Yeah,
I'll leave with that take.
Thank you so much, Landon, for being here. Guys, you can go check out Landon at Nintendo Land with all the amazing Nintendo content, especially Mario. And right now, Donkey Kong, going crazy. We're going bananas with Donkey Kong, right?
I'm hoping to finish it before the year's over. So this right.
All right. Anything you want to share with the audience before you head out?
Mario's still coming. Don't give up on Mario. No. Enjoy Donkey Kong. Have fun. Hopefully we get a Nintendo Direct soon. Fill out the rest of the year too. Give us a date for Metroid. Goodness.
Seriously. Yeah, you're right. All right. You're right. All right. Thank you, Landon. Take care, man. Thank you for being with us.
See you, man.
See you guys. Appreciate it.
Take care. All right. Patrick.
Yeah, I feel like they have a tough thing to do, man, because like The Legend of Zelda isn't like Mario. Like the Mario movie, you basically just have to explain they're plumbers from New York, and then you can get right into the Mushroom Kingdom. You have to do a lot of world building with this, but also I feel like you can't really have the trilogy in mind. Like you have to tell a story to completion. Like you can't just like say next time, this is going to happen. So yeah, there has to be a lot of world building, and there has to be, I feel like the audience needs to know who Link is, who Zelda is, Ganon is bad, here's the world. I feel like that should be really the only, things on their agenda. Like I think it should be a very cut dry story, but I think it's going to be a lot of world building. I think this is going to be a long movie. I think it's going to be a very long movie. Like
a 3 hour movie.
I think so. I mean, it should be, honestly, but
yeah,
it's very exciting. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I kind of agree with you. Like, I don't think this is going to like model any game. Like this isn't going to be like a Majora's Mask story. Like I just think that you need to just, here's the hero, here's the villain, and just kind of go with that.
Yeah. I agree. Like a fresh story here, kind of introducing the characters, making sure everybody's up to date. Yeah. I agree. And Josh, what do you think?
I feel like I've been talking about this stuff so long, I don't remember where I've said what, but if I said it on here, forgive me, because it might have been Paul that was like, yeah, I remember, but it might have been somebody it was on the Nintopics Podcast this week too. So it's been a lot of chatting about this, but Willow, right? Older fantasy movie, like Val Kilmer. I saw it in the theater as a kid, and it was because of that. It's a special movie for me, right? Like if you go and watch it now, the special effects are kind of cheesy, and like it's not something probably many adults are going to take very serious, right? But back then, it was a big deal. I remember the trailers were just super cool, 3-headed dragon or 2-headed dragon. Like I was drawing that thing all the time. Like I loved that stuff. So I think, and kind of to piggyback on what Patrick was saying, like, or maybe it was Landon, I can't remember, but how do they tell this like story quick? And my first thought is like Lord of the Rings. Like they shot the first part of the first movie was like those big battles, right? And so Skyward Sword, like mentioning Skyward Sword, like there's some really good storytelling in that game alone that kind of gives some quick origin stuff, lays the foundation, and then we can get into the adventure, you know? And so maybe that's maybe they're reading ancient scrolls or something along those lines, and then kind of, you know, because there are multiple factions within the lore and that kind of stuff. So do we find out about that early on? Are we going to discover them as we go? There's just are they going to be, you know, oftentimes Link is by himself, but is there going to be a bit more of a team dynamic with like kind of like how Tears is with the, you know, with the ghosts that are always getting in the way, and so there's so much they can pull from, which is great. But at the same time, it's all kind of all over the place. So I think the most important thing they can do is just stay as true to the source material like Super Mario Brothers did as they can. Mm-hmm. And that's going to help them really put out something. If they try to cater to a certain audience or anything or if you think back on like the old Super Mario Brothers movie, you think back to even old superhero movies where they tried to ground things in realism, but like it really didn't work because you just needed to like full on embrace the source material. That has to happen with this, and I think it will help it. I think it will help it to shine. Now, obviously, the source material. What does that look like? Are we going to go Minish Cap and everybody's going to get shrunk halfway through the movie, and it's, you know, unlikely. Yeah. So there's a lot that they can pull from, but it's fun to see a Zelda story told like this, where it's like you've got to bite off the challenge of telling this story in 2 to 3 hours, and you know, and go do an extended version after it comes out in theaters as well. Like really. They're shooting in New Zealand, like Lord of the Rings. Like, take a lot of pages out of the Lord of the Rings book for Zelda, and I think it'll win.
The DVD box set that they sell with the poster.
Yeah,
I have that, by the way.
Yeah. So Joyce,
wow, like no surprise there.
No surprise.
What were you gonna ask me, Mike?
So story-wise. Where do you think they're going with? Yeah, where do you think they're going with this?
Hi, Vinny. I wore the curls for you. Vinny and I, we just crack jokes with each other. Pay no mind to us. Mm-hmm. Okay, so story-wise, I'm going to piggyback a little bit off of what everybody was saying. One of them being, I really believe, and I think we all agree, that it's going to be something new, but the soul of the movie is what we know. So I think we're going to have a Master Sword, a Triforce, a Ganon, a Link, and a Zelda. Now, where we go from there, God only knows. Okay? We might not have a spirit in the sword. Maybe it just comes to life because the right person touches it, which just happens to be Link or something. Maybe they'll give some other kind of canon reason. So that's what I think the source material is going to be, because it's going to be really, I think even to the point where Link might even wear green again. you know, as gamers, they're kind of breaking us out of Link wearing the same outfit. But I kind of think that, yeah, they're gonna do that. So the other thing I was thinking about when we were talking, or when you guys were talking, is okay, now this is probably a little bit before all of our time, but did y'all see the original Clash of the Titans, the movie?
Yes.
It's the story of Perseus. If you like Greek mythology, the story of Perseus and everything. Oh, sorry, breaking news coming through. Anyway, so I was thinking about how cheesy the graphics are in that game, or excuse me, that movie. I forgot what year it came out, but I remember how cheesy the graphics are, but it's still such a good story, and it's still such a really good movie. And I'm like, we've come so far from that. I don't think that we're going to get anything so uber spectacular if we do the trilogy route or multiple movie route. I think we'll get a couple of really big, pretty explosions and some couple simple things. I think the second and third movie is when we're going to see things like, don't be surprised if we get a Gleeok, a three-headed cool Gleeok. That's the three-headed dragon. If you played the OG NES Zelda, then you remember how 8-bit and almost adorable and pathetic it looked, and they came back with a vengeance. And Tears of the Kingdom, them things were scary. So I do hope that they have, so the audience that Nintendo probably wants is, like I said, probably about 10, 11, 12 and up. But the theater is going to be jam-packed with Gen X and millennials. I mean, let's just keep that all the way real. But I think there's going to be those Easter eggs for us, the fans, the fans. You know, certain lines might be in there. And I also, of course, I say this from my own personal bias point of view. They might throw a line in there of, you know, you've met with a terrible fate, you know, and us as fans, we're cracking up at these little Easter eggs, but it still keeps the story moving. So it's just not as funny to the general audience. So, I'm really excited, guys. I'm really excited to see, and I love these little breadcrumbs that Nintendo's kind of given us. Like, you know, it doesn't matter if the world knows who the actors are, but they know the fans want to know. So I'm okay with this.
Yeah. Lines like, come with me if you want to live.
I agree.
Yeah. So shout out to Joey Pitts. Well, excuse me, princess. Shout out 199 super chat. And then we have another one from Venny. The first words out of Link's mouth better be, man, it sure is boring around here. Thank you for that super chat. Let's see if we have any more.
I just wonder what Ganon's up to.
For real.
There's a way to incorporate all of those favorite lines and make them very, very serious to where we're all cracking up in like a most serious moment. And the rest of the audience is like, why are people laughing? This is serious.
Yeah. And so we're going to go ahead and do a quick, right now, this is the end of the segment. We're going to do a quick Q&A. I would say about 5 questions, Q&A. It could be to Patrick, to Josh, to Joycey, to myself. Any questions throughout the podcast? Let you know Zelda. It could be Donkey Kong. It could be Ninja Turtles, right? The Secret of the Ooze. You know, anything that you wanna chat about.
As long as it's gaming related, just try to keep it gaming related.
Yeah. And shout out to Cryptic for the $9.99. I think Ganon will already be established, and the legend maybe work like Lord of the Rings, where a flashback of Ganon start a war 1,000 years ago, and he has servants trying to resurrect his pig form. Yeah, I mean, can you imagine if they just start? They start in mid movie or whatever. I mean,
they're where they start out with a big action scene and something's already. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, movie's already already in progress, and then they just kind of go back a little bit to kind of retell.
I think he's definitely going to be
record
established
scratch
already as the bad guy.
Yeah. I would love for it to be that type of movie where Link and Zelda, they meet each other in the movie, and then together they kind of discover artifacts and discover history that who they are, and what their job is and whatever. Like, Link, I'm the chosen one to wield the master sword. Zelda, I'm goddess Hylia. Something like new. You know what I mean? Although that's not gonna happen.
Okay, y'all walk with me here. And this is not a too outrageous, but I really hope the movies are really great and they really hit it off, and then so we can just keep the party going. I want an HBO show. And when I say HBO or one of these other ones, I mean because they have a little bit more freedom, but they still don't have to go. Y'all know what I mean. We ain't got to go full Game of Thrones. We don't need to have a Red Wedding version, Zelda version. We don't have to have that. But you see what I mean? But we can kind of just keep the story going even further. Oh, that excites me. You want me to start reading questions, or you got it?
Yeah, you can start reading questions from the moment we started it, if you can get it. That way you don't have to go back and look questions from this point moving forward.
Yes, sir. All right. Sukino Ame, thank you so much for your question. For Mike. Oh, for Mike and everyone. What if the tone of the first Zelda movie is like the Never Ending Story movie? I love that movie series growing up. Yeah. I think somebody mentioned it.
Who wants to pick it up? That's this question. I didn't see the movie. Oh, I did as a kid, but I don't remember anything.
I don't remember it. I saw it as a kid at some point.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Sakina.
Could be nice. Could be cool. I will watch the movie, okay, and give you an answer.
I think you're muted, Josh. To me, anyway. I don't know.
I can't hear you either.
Still muted. One. Are we playing charades? One. Pickle.
Is the loneliest number that you'll ever. Oh, sorry.
All right. Next question.
He'll come back. Next question for now. Shout out to Boo Mini. Thank you so much for the $2. Will there be dungeons? Hi, Boo. Will there be dungeons and boss fights? Can I answer that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So this is what I think they're going to do. They're going to have the first movie where we introduce everybody and, towards the end, oh, God, a threat. Oh, no, blah, blah, blah. And they go on the journey and everything at some point in the second or third movie. And I think that's probably a good place to where a second or third movie, probably a third movie, could take place is inside a dungeon. They're not going to, guys, we're not going to be figuring out puzzles and things like that, but it's still kind of fun for Link to be able, Josh will be back. It'll still be fun for Link to be able to kind of, go around, and it's filming in a dungeon basically. And there's got to be at least one big boss.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Yeah. The Fellowship of the Triforce. First movie they find one, second movie they find the other one, third movie Ganondorf finds a.
Yeah, you'll definitely see like a Hinox,
Yeah, right.
Or something. Yeah,
I feel like the Hinox would be easy.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. That would be so much fun.
Dungeons? I don't know. I'm sure there'll be. I don't know about full-on dungeons. You think dungeons?
Well, think about Indiana Jones.
That's right.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
That could work.
In that way, yeah.
I've always felt like Link was like the gaming. I know Indiana Jones has his own game, but I've always felt like Link was like the Indiana Jones of gaming. So they could do something like that. We're gonna get back to Josh's question, or the question that you had, Ame, when Josh gets back, because I think he has seen Never Ending Story, so he'll probably have an answer for that. And shout out again to Cryptic. Mike, this is for you. We had a Mario movie and it sold Mario games. Have a Donkey Kong game with a rumored Donkey Kong movie. Do we expect a Zelda game quicker than expected for 2027 to go along with the movie?
Zelda game? Oh, for sure. I mean, if it's not the big next Zelda movie, it has to be like a top-down movie, top-down game like Echoes of Wisdom, And I don't mean the same exact game. I mean something that takes that is not a main big 3D Zelda game. If it's not the next big 3D Zelda game, which I think they started already, we're gonna get some type of Zelda, something Zelda related. You know, maybe the Ocarina of Time remake. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Personally, I feel that next big 3D Zelda. I'm telling myself 2030.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm telling myself that to lessen the blow for when they announce it in 2026 and then it gets delayed in 2028 and then it actually comes out in 2030.
Another thing that could happen by 2027 is they open Land of Hyrule at Universal. Because that will bring people into the world of Hyrule. Rather than they saw the world of Hyrule, now they can ride the movies in Universal and go to Hyrule themselves, because Hyrule's already planning. They already closed a whole bunch of sections over there. We don't know whether they're gonna build it now over at Epic Universe, because there's a big massive area there, or they're gonna still build it at I think is Island of Adventure, where Poseidon's Fury place used to be. I was there for the media day for Super Nintendo World. And I passed by where the place where it was rumored to be shut down, and it is shut down completely. It's not coming back. But the structures are very Hyrule themed structures. They can just kind of repurpose a lot of stuff there. So that's one thing that could come before the big Zelda game. Because I agree with Joycey. Maybe the next big Zelda game could be 2028, around there. A little later.
I might be in the minority, but they used the same assets for Tears of the Kingdom, so you have to think that they've been working on that new engine and new game, alongside that, because you have Breath of the Wild, which started when freaking 2014. When did that start? So I don't know. I feel like we might see it sooner than we think. Not to get Joycey too excited, but I don't know. I feel like we could see it sooner. And what?
No, I'm just gonna tease real quick, but I got it.
Oh,
you got it. But hear me out though. We're a little over a month into Switch 2, and we already have our first Zelda delay. Sorry, the Zelda movie's coming out in March. Oh no, actually, it's coming out in May. But same year.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's a tradition.
I just don't see a world where Nintendo wouldn't want a major new Zelda game on their system, in the first few years of the new system. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
When the movie comes out, you'll have Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 edition, Breath of the Wild Switch 2 edition. You'll have the new Hyrule Warriors game, but I feel like they do want another one. So I think it could be closer than we think, man. Because they use the same engine. If they didn't use the same engine for Tears of the Kingdom and assets and stuff, I would say, maybe later, but I would not be surprised.
I don't think it's going to be the same Hyrule, though.
No.
Maybe they have a new team working on that new Zelda game.
Please, if it's anybody, let it be Monolith Soft. Just let them go nuts. Just let them have it. No shade to the actual Zelda dev team. Ooh, that sounds... Just let Monolith Soft just help. Do it together. There we go.
Let them help. Let
or
them help.
Ocarina of Time remake.
Yeah.
Like
think that one could be. I think that one could be it. That could be it. All right. Do we have any more questions?
My only concern, and I'm sorry, but forgive me. My biggest concern with the Ocarina of Time remake is that they're not actually going to remake it. They're just going to 4K it or.
No,
we don't want that, and we don't want that.
Like a Skyward Sword situation.
I don't think they're gonna do that, Joycey. I think they're gonna Final Fantasy VII remake it, like everything from scratch, from the ground up, even new everything. Like the old Ocarina of Time is the old one. I
mean, that game's the highest rated game of all time.
One of them, I think.
They're gonna get it's gonna get a whole new.
Yeah, it's a brand new spanking new game from the ground up.
So Mike, if they don't do it brand new, you're gonna go beat somebody up for me, right?
I'm gonna shave my head.
No, you can't. I wanna speak to your wife, and I'm gonna tell her don't let him shave his head.
I'm looking for an excuse. All right. Any more questions? Do we have any more questions in there?
I know Vinny. Yeah, we don't have any other questions. Do you guys not have any other questions?
Okay.
Even
So
for
that
Zelda?
means. All right, my friends. Thank you so much. We had a great podcast. We had 6 when we started, and then all of a sudden they started coming down like if we were some
Dropping
kind
like
of
thighs.
no. I mean I feel like we were in some type of a Squid Game that we know about, and we're the top 3. We're having that dinner at the end, and did you see Squid Game, Patrick?
I've seen a little bit of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, we're the finalists, the 3 finalists. Get that money. Thank you guys so much for watching. Before we go ahead and introduce the remaining All-Star cast that we have here today. Start with Patrick from Nintopics. Patrick, where can we find you? What do you got going on this week?
Yeah, you can follow me everywhere at Nintopics. I've been streaming Donkey Kong, and every Wednesday I do have the Slow Burn podcast. Check that out where you listen to podcasts. It's available everywhere. But
Awesome.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Thank you so much for being here. And then Joycey J, Zelda's mama, the queen of Hyrule.
Yes.
Let's
You know what?
say
I like that. I'll be queen of Hyrule because Zelda can still be princess. That works. That works.
Yeah.
I am a Zelda fan. I also play video games. I'm an old lady with curls in her hair. I don't make YouTube content, but if you want to talk about Zelda, please feel free to follow me on Twitter, because I will not call it anything else, including its new official name, at DJ Joycey. I am just a crazy old lady who loves video games.
And let me go ahead and shout out Josh because he's having some technical difficulties. If you Google N64 Josh, you'll probably get his mug like this. Mug face like.
And he's like the nicest guy ever.
He's a teddy bear. So you can find Josh anywhere. You search N64 Josh. He's on YouTube. He's on X or Twitter. He is on Twitch. He's also on TikTok. So go ahead and search for Josh. He's streaming Mario Kart. He's a Mario Kart and he's a Mario Kart expert. So if you love Mario Kart, you want to do some tournaments with her, go ahead and check out N64 Josh. Also, Paul Gale Network, the Paul Gale Force Network, who left earlier, said he wasn't come back. Not back yet, Paul. And so you can find Paul Gale Network doing countdowns by a corner street somewhere. I don't know
At
what
a
he's
gym
gonna do
near
next.
you.
At a gym near you. He's like, I think Paul is hooked on countdowns now because like, there's 5 days left for dinner to be made, and so he's gonna be counting down. He's gonna be counting down everything that he does, and from now on, like there's 2 days left for me to make it to.
He's going to be counting down the Animal Crossing game soon.
Oh yeah, for sure. Animal Crossing. So you can find me here. Find me here at the Odyssey Monday through Friday. I am working on a Monday through Friday live news show because you guys know. Shadow banned, right? I don't know if you saw that, Patrick. My channel was shadow banned.
Oh.
And so shadow banned. It was multiple people reported the channel for violent content, extremely violent content.
You're so violent, man.
Yeah. I'm like I have to stop with that. They call me toxic. Positive. The word was
toxic positive. Toxic positivity.
Yeah,
so what, your videos aren't getting pushed out anymore?
Yeah, nope. Nobody getting alerted or anything like that. No, videos do not pass. They used to pass at least 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 within the first hour. Now they won't even pass 200 within the first hour. Yeah, we lost all
so
channel
silly.
revenue. Yeah,
Damn.
but you know what? Guess what? I'm gonna keep on going with my toxic positivity, and I'm gonna keep pushing on. I'm working on YouTube. They're helping out, but they said, hey. Do live streams for now because live streams are still good, not affected. So I'm starting Monday morning with a live news show, Monday through Friday. And so, this Monday, we're starting with the first news episode. It's going to be from noon to 2. From 12 p.m. That's p.m. That's at daytime, right? That's not nighttime. 12 p.m. a.m. is nighttime. 12 p.m. Eastern time. So I decided to do 12 just because over at in Pacific it's 9 a.m. It's not too early, and of course over my people in the UK, it's what like 3, 5, 4, 4, 4, 5 p.m. So it's not too late for you guys either. So I noon from 12 to 2, Monday through Friday, Nintendo Live News. Plus, I'm also changing the channel a little bit. We're not doing just Nintendo. We're doing indie games as well. So I'm going to be promoting a little some indie stuff, some Steam devices where you can play Steam games. I bought myself a little mini PC like this. Cost me like $100 and plays Steam games like crazy. Like it's amazing. And so I'm going to be showing that too. We're no longer just a Nintendo channel. Nintendo got nothing on us. They don't pay me for nothing. So I'm going to expand and help out people who need help, like indie developers. So we'll have indie spotlight. We'll we'll play games with developers, and we'll have a lot of fun on the live stream. So, Joycey J, LOL, I don't have a setup for streaming. I'm reading the chat over here. Is that you?
Oh.
Yeah,
they want me to.
I actually installed
ahead,
my Elgato prompter, and so I can now read the chat here and make it as big as I want. Like the letters are like this big,
Oh, nice.
so I can read it. Yeah. So yeah, that is the podcast, my friends. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're having a test stream tomorrow we'll have a test stream, so I'll be live streaming to test out all the stuff, and then Monday we'll start at noon for the Nintendo Live News, Monday to Friday. All right, friends, thank you guys so much for watching. Before we let you go, we got 2 things we got to let you know. 2 very important things. Number 1, don't do it. Don't give up. It doesn't matter. Don't let the haters
because we need you.
win. And number 2, here come the balloons. Where are my balloons? Where are they? No
Put it down
balloons?
and up again.
Computer's broken.
There you go.
Jokey
we
got the balloons. Journey on. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye. Later.
See you.
Good night, guys.
Nintopics Podcast. I feel like